What's up everyone, it's Ghost here, hope everyone's doing good. I'm sorry I'm a week late with today's video, I got caught up with some personal stuff, but don't worry, we're back on track. And I wanted to know what other videos would you like for me to make? By that I mean like class setup, tips and tricks, gameplays, or even a stream. Leave a comment below so I know what I should be focusing on, or if you have any questions. But anyways, let's get right into today's video. So my last aiming video was more focused on the practice of finding a sensitivity to get yourself started. Now for today, I'm going to be talking about and showing you how to go from that startup sensitivity to a sensitivity where your aim is at its max. Having perfect tracking and micro adjustments that will help you reach your fullest potential. So first off, I would like for y'all to play some public matches. Anything is fine as long as it's a respawn game mode. And I want you to try to get as many kills as possible. KD or anything doesn't matter, just try to get into as many engagements as possible. The reason for it is because an actual player's movement is different than the bot's movement from like custom games. So it'll be better for creating a sensitivity that's good for when the player jumps, slides, jump shots, drop shots, all of that. Then either have the gameplay recorded and saved or go to theater. And I'd like for you to check on your aim and how it was during the gunfights. Look at the kills you had and the deaths where the gunfights could have gone either way or was too close to call. Now see if whether or not your tracking was too fast or too slow. Were you keeping up with your opponent while they were moving? Was your aim too wobbly, going side to side a lot? Or was your sensitivity just too slow? Did you struggle in more gunfights because your sensitivity was too slow or too fast? That's basically what I want you to check. Go frame by frame if you have to, or slow down the clip if you need to. And use it as a reference for the next part I'm going to be talking about. Now, based on what you saw, if it seemed like your ADS sensitivity was too slow, increase your ADS sensitivity by 0.05. And vice versa. If it seemed like you were overshooting or it was too fast, lower it by 0.05. Now I will say you should never go above an 1.0 ADS sensitivity. And if you feel the need to, it will probably be better if you just increase your vertical and horizontal sensitivity in general. And then go from there. Now, once you're done, it's basically a matter of rinse and repeat till you see little to no misses when tracking the player at any distance, especially at close quarters and long distance. You'll start getting used to your sensitivity for one, and less you'll see an issue in your aim. And remember, while you are going between 0.5 intervals, you can edit it so it's something in between. Like if your sensitivity was too slow, you can increase your ADS sensitivity by 0.02. It doesn't always have to be 0.05, but just don't go above 0.05 just to be safe. Now I do want to cover some other key points that will help you as well, such as target aim assist, strafing, aim response curve, deadzone, which will help you a lot when aiming and actually have a factor in it. Now first, we have target aim assist. Now I brought it up before saying that I wouldn't recommend anything but standard and maybe legacy, since the other ones are too strong of an aim assist so much that there's no room to make any micro adjustments, or to go from one player to another without having to really push to the side of your joystick when ADSing, which isn't practical. Try between standard and legacy in game and then see what you prefer or feel more comfortable with when it comes to both. Slight difference between either, but you never know. Now as for aim response curve, this is between standard or dynamic. Some pros use standard, others use dynamic. It's all preference, but it won't affect your ADS sensitivity, only your vertical and horizontal sensitivity. But the reason I'm still bringing it up is because it's still a factor in. Because when you're trending, you'll want to snap onto a direction, kind of like pre-aiming or pre-firing to a certain side where you're expecting an enemy or you know where an enemy is at. And so you want the right aim response curve along with the right sensitivity so you can do that. Kind of like how mouse and keyboard players swipe their mouse to a certain direction, like a 180 or so, and are on point, exactly where they want it to be. That's basically, imagine that, but on controller. Now again though, try each of these in-game and see what works best for you. They could be game changers. Now deadzone. This is going to help your micro adjustments mid-game. If you have it too high, you'll need to use more force, which will cause stiff movement. But also don't have it too low that you start wobbling on every turn and adjustment, which could mess you up, especially at long range. So make sure it's at the right mark where if you lightly tap it to direction while ADSing, it will move just the right amount that you need it to. Now snapping onto a player. Now I know it's awesome snapping from one player to another. This is another way to tell if your sensitivity is good. Use the same practice from the last time in custom games, and try snapping from one bot to another as quickly as you can. Kinda like for a double kill or a quick turn, 180 and all that. and see if you overshoot when going to the next bot, or if you just weren't on point. It could be because your ADS sensitivity was being slightly off, or your standard sensitivity overall. And again, see if you should lower it or increase any of them. It could also be because of your aim response curve, Deadzone, all that stuff, so keep that in mind. It's all about centering and where you'll be aiming at. Knowing how much you need to turn and knowing where you're turning to is key to doing this constantly. Now lastly, we have strafing. For this, I just don't mean moving left to right or so while in a gunfight. Well, I do, but there's more to it. Similar to centering, but with your left stick. You don't always have to just use the right stick 100% of the time. A mixture of both can help you win a gunfight and stay on track as well. Here's some example of the different kinds of strafing. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope this video helped, and if you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll answer as soon as I can. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and consider subscribing to the channel, as I'll be posting more tips and tricks and other videos in the future. Thank you all for the support recently, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.